Hello everyone. So today I wanted to just do a quick video um, about new news we have from Atlus about the Tokyo Game Show. Um, Atlus has announced that they are going to do a Persona special stage show at TGS, and it is going to happen on September 19th. Now, this is pretty big deal because we have not had a Persona 5 release date announcement yet, and if Persona 5 is coming out in 2015, especially in Japan, which if, as Atlus has said, it is coming in North America at the very least in 2015, and we expect the game to come out in Japan first, they kind of need to get on that release date. So they say the stage event will feature popular talents behind the Persona series, like singers, stuff like that. They're going to do live music. I remember, like, the Persona 5 first full-blown trailer, like, gameplay trailer. They had, like, a concert. There was a live stream, and that was actually pretty cool. And they're going to do a talk show. The Persona Stalker Club, which is a show, again, they had during that live stream, if you saw that. More details for the event will be announced in the near future. So, they haven't said what we're going to get. Whether there will be a confirmed release date, whatever, but you have to think, if this game is coming out in, I'm going to say, in Japan in November at the latest, if it's a 2015 game, and if it has any chance of doing what Atlus has said multiple times, even as people have been pessimistic, which is that it will also come out west in 2015, then, unless it's a universal, global release, which kind of would be surprising, Atlus doesn't seem like the company to pull that off, not necessarily, but I mean, I guess anything's a possibility, but I think we're looking at Japan release in November at the latest, which would mean like probably, I don't know, mid-December in North America. We'll see about Europe. In my last video on Persona 5 news, I mentioned that they didn't want to guarantee anything on Europe because they felt like they could disappoint people, but they really would like to get out there sooner, it seemed like. So no confirmation there, but it is also worth pointing out that while the Tokyo Game Show is on September 19th, or at least the Atlus show, Sony Computer Entertainment Japan Asia is having their press conference, which is basically Sony's big conference geared toward Japan. If you don't know, it is kind of like, I guess it's kind of like Gamescom in a way, in the past, where, maybe certain developers that were more geared towards Europe, like Media Molecule had a big presence in the past. Sony didn't have one this year. They're going to be at the Paris Game Show. But anyway, it's basically, a Sony conference directed to that area. And last year, they announced the PS4 version of Persona 5 for the first time at that. And this year's conference is September 15th. So we've got Sony's show September 15th. We've got Atlus at TGS with a special Persona show September 19th. Maybe this could be a two-part announcement thing. We've seen this before where, like, you get a little tidbit here and then a deep dive at the next event. So, for instance, who knows? Maybe there is a little Persona 5 announcement at Sony's conference, and maybe even a release date, but then like game details, all that is happening at the stage show at TGS a few days later. Hard to say for sure. I think, easy money at this point is probably on TGS having all the big Persona 5 news, which is, again, September 19th. I will link the news story below, and then you can also sort out local time as we get more details to see, like, if there will be a stream sometime. It's on Nico, and then people might, like, rebroadcast it on Twitch or YouTube. We'll see. Maybe they'll do it themselves. So yeah, that's pretty much the key news here. That finally, the long-awaited release date announcement of Persona 5 might actually happen on September 19th. Now, like I said, it's no guarantee. They haven't said that. But it's pretty awkward to do something like this when you've constantly said the game's coming out this year, and have it be September 19th and then still not give it. I mean, if you're going to have an event based around one game, then I think you kind of have to release date out. I mean, it's September 19th. They could launch that game in October. It would only have 1 month of like a marketing push post release date announcement. That seems pretty quick. Even November's 2 months. So I mean, that's like, I mean, Atlus is different. They have always been kind of, oh, this is happening and now here you go. Like they are not in the the Western style of, Activision, and you'll have, games marketed for a long, long time. Like people expect a Call of Duty announcement, early in the year to be revealed, and then release date way ahead, always knowing the time. They're not like that, So it's hard to say exactly what'll happen, but it seems like I said, easy money bet that by September 19th we'll have release date, if not sooner, at the Sony Japan show on September 15th. So yeah, it seems like what a lot of us have been waiting for a long time, which is an actual release date for Persona 5. And I'd say in addition to release date, we haven't really seen much. Like, I remember that first trailer, like I said in that live stream, and it was actually pretty sweet. Like, the build-up was really good, and the trailer was done really well. Of course, there was also the Blu-ray, like, with Persona 4 Dancing All Night in Japan, which had a little bit new, but honestly didn't have that much on top of the original trailer. So outside of like one good gameplay trailer, it's been pretty limited. So that's why I think they're doing a special stage show, because not just throwing on a release date, it still would be pretty weak. Like, it would be exciting, and a lot of us don't mind not being anything spoiled, stuff like that. But I think to market the game a bit, they do need to actually get into a little bit, like it needs a gameplay demo, I would say. We've had a gameplay trailer, one good gameplay demo with a release date. I think people will be pretty happy. Yeah. Now, as for, well, this is a, Japan show, obviously. They've said it's coming in North America in 2015. Not sure about Europe. They're hopeful or whatever. They don't want to disappoint people. So when will we get the Western release date? Are we going to get it by TGS? Will we know when the West one's coming out? I'm not sure. I would imagine, I don't know. Like, I think very soon afterwards, at least, Atlus USA will announce when the game's coming out. Unless they have to disappoint people and go back on what they've said multiple times, which it's coming out in 2015. But if it is, I think very soon after, because they know people have been waiting. They've kind of had their hands tied by Atlus in Japan, because they want to control the cycle. They don't want to announce it for other territories before Japan, obviously. They don't want too much info given away. So I think Atlus USA will release an announcement probably within the week afterwards or so, I would guess. Something pretty soon. If they don't just say, hey, it's coming out in Japan and other territories, so-and-so, maybe they will even do that at TGS. Hard to say for sure, but I don't know if that's a safe bet, because a lot of times, even, huge Japanese publishers, they don't necessarily give the Western release at the same time. So I don't know if that's a safe bet, but I think soon thereafter we will have confirmation from Atlus USA about when it's coming out. So yeah, that is the new news on Persona 5. I always keep on saying 4. And once it gets here, I'll have it down. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you're hoping for Persona 5. Like, do you just want a release date? Do you not want this to be spoiled? Do you want a demo? Do you want a lot? Do you feel like they haven't given enough? Do you think we'll have a Western release date at the same time as the Japan one? All of that. Is there a chance that the Sony press conference delivers a big announcement for Persona 5 and it's like a 2-part thing? If you got some thoughts, you can let everyone know by posting in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and even subscribe. There'll be more on Persona 5 in the future. and we'll see you next time.